Hello, it is me again, FredRex2007 here, and welcome back to another video on my channel. So today's video, I'm going to be showing another horror film because that's what I do. To those who are new, who are subscribing and watching this video right now, I review horror films, okay? That's what I like to do in this channel now. So today's horror movie review I'm going to be showing you today, it is called Willy'S Wonderland, which is a sort of a Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff, but at the same time, it's not. It's just a horror film that just wants to have fun on its own way. It doesn't care about it. Doesn't want to, if it wants to be a huge hit or a huge Academy Awards or anything, becoming the #1 movie of the year. It's just there to be a horror film that wants to have fun on its own, and I respect that. Okay. Willy'S Wonderland was directed by Kevin Lewis and stars Nicolas Cage. So everyone loves Nicolas Cage. So whatever movie he can see he wants to be in, he just does it, because that's what he does for a living, becoming a movie actor, because he's like one of the most popular movie actors we've ever seen, like one of the most popular movie stars in Hollywood, and we all love him to death, that very much. So yeah, when the creator himself, when he created the story and the characters, he did not think of anything Five Nights at Freddy's related, because he's seen a lot of people comparing his characters with the Five Nights at Freddy's characters. He's like, okay, that's a pretty fair comparison, even though that he never thought about the games, because he didn't know anything about the games. Because this movie, when he created this movie, it's based off of him and his career, like working into a child's birthday play place, you know, when it's just that's just very low business, and he just tries his best to make the business worthwhile. So he's like, why can't I just make a movie about it? And why not also make it a horror film, because everyone loves horror films. And yes, we do love horror movies. So he decided to make this movie, create the movie, and he just worked really hard on it until then. Now he just created the script and even the story, the characters, like the animatronics. Yeah, the animatronic characters in this movie, we all know Willy the Weasel, Gus the Gorilla, Ozzy the Ostrich, Siren Sarah, Tito the Turtle, Artie the Alligator, and all those other characters. Like, there's literally 8 of them. My favorite characters, clearly, you already know. If you did not know, it's Willy the Weasel. I love the design, the look of the costume, the way that it's just expressed, the impression on its face. It's just very creepy looking, horrifying, and even friendly and cute in a sort of way. Yeah, and the second favorite is Ozzy the Ostrich. So yeah, the creator's favorite character that he created is Ozzy the Ostrich. So yeah, that's a pretty cool choice. So Ozzy the Ostrich, he is pretty much like one of the creepiest looking characters in this movie. One of the creepiest looking animatronics in the movie. So anyway, let's just get on to review the movie itself. So the movie begins with Nicolas Cage as the janitor. They never even gave the character a real name. I just don't know why, but he's just called the janitor. And he's such a, like that one loner that just wanders off in little towns and he doesn't talk much. So he's just a guy with a few words. But even though that throughout the whole movie, he never even spoke. So when he's driving on the road one day, and he's in his Camaro, and his car broken down. So the trucker man just comes to pick him up and tells him he needs real money. So what he offered him to do, take him to Willy'S Wonderland, which is an abandoned child's play place, like restaurant, which is literally similar, you know, again, similar to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. So, and the owner of the place is named Tex, this like Texan like guy, I guess. So he just offered him to spend a night working and cleaning up Willy'S Wonderland, and he will pay to have his Camaro fixed back until the next day. So Nicolas Cage he agreed to work into the place, so he has to spend a whole night working there. So, and he did just that. And while he's working, like cleaning up the place, mopping, wiping off everything, like the whole place is just dirty, like it's just an abandoned, like the place is shut down. And until then, one of the animatronics comes to life, which is Ozzy the Ostrich. So when he's working and having these animatronics coming to life, he just starts beating the hell out of them. Like, beating them to death, like he just acts like when he just beats them to death, like he thinks like, it looks like it's just his everyday job, like just beating up animatronics. Like that's what it's like throughout the whole film, like an hour-and-a-half long film of Nicolas Cage working, cleaning up the place, and including fighting evil animatronics, demonic animatronics. And it's pretty fun. I actually did like that, even though that he's just a character that has no words, but he's pretty badass of just going crazy by fighting these electronics, and it's pretty fun. Even to that one scene, Ozzy just actually pecked on his face, and literally that got him mad, and he just broke the mop, and Ozzy's like, oh, okay, I just up. And it's really hilarious how Ozzy was like screwed up, and then yet he's already got killed by the janitor. And what the janitor does, he just buried the corpse inside the trash bags and put them on the side of the room and continues working. Yeah, literally all this stuff that he's doing, he literally thinks he's just normalizing it. Like, he just wants to continue his work and get done with it and have his car fixed. Like, that's all he cares about. He's just wanting his car to get fixed. That's the thing he cares about the most in this world. It's just getting his Camaro fixed. And beside Nicolas Cage, we have these group of teenagers that shows up in the place trying to burn down the building. So you have these typical teenager characters that are just there for the body count. Like, they're just not very special. Like, you just forget about them like right away. They're very easily forgettable. Like, we have a few jocks, we have a stoner, we have a nerd, we have the slutty girl, we have the surviving girl. Yeah, the surviving girl, like, she's pretty much the only character that we care about, because Liv, she's just the survivor in Willy'S Wonderland since she was a girl, and her parents got killed from the animatronics, so I just don't know if you care that much about that character. I literally did not give a crap about her, even including her friends. But no offense, I have no hate on the actors and on the young actors and the actresses themselves. They are pretty cool people, but with these characters they play as, it's just very forgettable and very lame. I just do not give a crap about these characters. Like, they're just there just to get killed off, and that's what it's all about, and that's what it's there for. And even when the teenagers were finding the janitor working around, he just doesn't care. He's like, you teenagers just leave. I'm just busy working. Can you just leave me alone? I'm just trying to get my car fixed. But the teenagers are like, no, we have to get you out of here. This place is cursed, and you're here to become the human sacrifice. And he's like, whatever. He just continues working. And that's pretty funny. And until then, it's up to him and the kids to get through the place until morning by surviving from these evil demonic animatronics. And beside that, the kids were explaining that this place has an evil backstory, an evil dark history, because the place was being run by serial killers who loves killing and kidnapping children. And after when the police shows up in the place, they did a satanic ritual suicide on the ground and replaced their souls into the puppets. I find that pretty interesting, but at the same time, it's just a sort of a rip-off of Five Nights at Freddy's, you know, when the children's desperate souls are just being replaced inside of the electronics. The dead children, like the purple guy is the serial killer, and the serial killer kills the kids and puts them in the suits. But in this movie, the serial killers puts on the costumes and kill and kidnap children in the place. And they just end up committing suicide by replacing themselves inside of these suits by coming alive. And some of the animatronic characters I really like Siren Sarah. She's the one that stoles the show. She's hilarious. I love her so much, but even though she's actually just an animatronic character, but she makes a few hilarious one-liners, and even when she's killing people, it's very funny. And even Tito the Turtle, the one that speaks Spanish, when he's speaking Spanish, he says some hilarious words by speaking Spanish, like, just cracks you up. He says some funny stuff. And Artie the alligator, he's the most dangerous one. He loves killing people by tearing them apart, you know, because he's an alligator. And Gus the gorilla, the guardian of the bathroom, and he tries to take down the janitor, but the janitor easily wiped them out in the bathroom. That's one of the best scenes in the movie. Gorilla greetings! Alright, after that, when it's that story, it's just nothing much special. I'm not going to be putting out the spoilers in the ending of the movie, because if you've seen the movie, you already know, but if you didn't, I'm not going to tell you about it. So what do I think about this movie? It's fun for what it is. I was entertained. I really have high expectations about the film. I was having dreams of being in Willy'S Wonderland, which is awesome. I just wanted to have more experience exploring the place of Willy'S Wonderland. I wish I could, but I couldn't. The middle act was very off, and even the acting from the teenagers and everyone else is just lame. I just do not like the weak acting. They just act just pretty, like, they just act like very unrealistic. I just do not like it. But Nicolas Cage, he's the one who saves the movie. Like, he's there for you. Like, he's cleaning up and just vibing with the pinball machine and just take out all the animatronics, you know? It's very fun stuff of what he's doing, and we all love him for that. We all love Nicolas Cage, don't we? Even though that the director, Kevin Lewis, when he saw the script, he thought it was weak as hell, so he's just trying his best to film the film to look badass as possible, and he delivered that quite well, including Nicolas Cage. And I do respect that. But all in all, Willy'S Wonderland is a fun, low-budget horror film, even though it's just a $5 million budget. It still worked really well on its own, in its own way, and it's becoming a big success. All the critics and all the fans are liking it, so we'll hopefully get a sequel. Who knows? We would love to get a sequel, but if it doesn't get a sequel, fine, it'll be okay for what it is by just having one movie on its own. But when there's a sequel happening, well, we'll maybe have the characters coming back. Like Nicolas Cage and Liv, like all the other characters, and even the animatronics might be coming back too. If they ever survive. Because in the ending, when they show this, okay, this little minor spoiler. They showed this little animation of Willy the Weasel saying, "And remember, friends, the party never ends at Willy'S Wonderland." So that's really a little bit of foreshadowing. A little foreshadowing of probably there'll hopefully be a sequel, so we'll probably never know, or we already know. So all in all, what are the ratings of this movie of mine? I give Willy'S Wonderland a 7 out of 10. A solid 7. Very fun, entertaining, good horror film that you can just have fun. It's just wacky and entertaining for what it is, and it's just random for what it really is once again. So I definitely recommend you to check it out. If you want to watch it on demand or any streaming service, I recommend you to wait until it has the price going down low, or wait until it comes on DVD. So it would be worth it if you do that. So if you watch it right now, very early in the theaters or on demand with like $20 just for renting it, it probably wouldn't be worth it. But if you want to, go ahead, have fun. So anyways, with that out of the way, I hope y'all enjoyed this little review of mine. So if you enjoyed my content so far, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want to. I'm pretty much gonna have to stop saying that. And I hope y'all had a great quarantine, a great well, the winter is going very awful because you can see that, you know, the whole country of America is frozen right now. But we'll make it through all together, okay? So I hope y'all had a great day, and take care. Peace out.